afternoon ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me for today's video. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend so far. In today's video guys, we are talking about lightweight portable camping chairs and if they are worth taking up the space and adding the extra weight to your pack. I will say if you're 40 and over, it goes without saying. Let's talk about it. Now the number 40 guys is just a generalisation, and many of us young and old can suffer with back pain and joint pain as part of our modern day lives. Whether it be activities such as work, gym, sports, other things like that. During our lives we do put a certain amount of stress on our bodies, and at around that time, 40 years and over, you do start to feel them stresses a bit more. Now a camping chair is quite a recent addition to my kit guys, and over the many years of practicing bushcraft, I have always been quite content in finding a fallen tree, maybe a stump, a rock, or even just sitting on my backside, quite comfortable at camp. But in recent years I have been suffering with back pain and joint pain, and adding that chair to my kit has unlocked a whole new level of comfort when at camp. So today I brought a couple of chairs out to share with you, and these have proven to be two popular options when it comes to adding a chair to your kit. So we'll start with this one first guys. This is the Triology Yeezy Go, and this is the first chair I added to my kit, and I've had this one for around 15 or 16 months now. Now I'm going to demonstrate very quickly just how easily and quickly these chairs go together. I'm going to do it in real time because it doesn't take any time at all. So the frame comes as is, and all these are on shock cord. So all these pretty much, all the legs pretty much house themselves. And that's your frame assembled. And we have the two highest poles upright. And then we take the chair cover. This one is easily recognised the right way up, as we have the Triology badge stitched on the back. And then we put the first two loops, which are on the cover, over the first front pegs where you are going to sit. And then on the back of the chair we have another two loops at the back, and these are assisted with two fabric loops that you can put your fingers in just to pull over the rear poles. And that is your chair assembled and ready to go. So ladies and gents, let me enlighten you on some specs for the Triology chair. So as you can see, the pack it actually comes in is no bigger than maybe a bivy bag sack or a tarp sack. It's quite minute, and that will fit in your pack, maybe a side pocket or even strapped onto the top of your hood. No problems at all. The pack does actually serve an extra function when the chair is assembled, and it can be fitted under the frame like so with some supplied velcro straps, and this enables you to keep tools and gear inside the pack while you're sat in your chair. Maybe some ice for some nice cold frosty beers. So the highest point of the chair comes in at 28 inch from ground to top. We have a width spread across the back of the chair, comes in at 19 inch. From the back of the chair to the front of the chair comes in at 12 inch. We have four legs, each coming at 15.4 inch, and the legs have a spread of 14 inch. Chair sports other features such as the Triology badge stitched into the back of the chair. We have mesh fabric stitched into the back of the chair to aid in ventilation, and we also have two mesh pockets and opposing sides to store all of your odds and sods. The weight of the chair and the pack come in at a very lightweight, 960 grams, and this chair is rated for 135 kilo or 300 pounds. The overall construction of the chair isn't too bad. I'd say some of the stitching is a bit messy. Nothing has torn or ripped in the duration I've had it, and it has been a pretty solid chair. The only thing I would say is on the back where the loops actually attach to the leg poles, they have started to show a bit of wear now. I'll bring you closer in to see this, but I'm not sure how much longer they would last. So if I can just divert your attention to the centre of the screen there guys, you'll see a patch of white, and this is where the actual rubber grommet that sits over the pole on the back has just started to show signs of wear. Sometimes I do slump down in the chair, and this is where the fabric has started to strain. Still not give way though, but I don't know how long that would last. I would say this one's probably more cause for concern out of the two though. This is the front of the seat, and as you can see that area is showing serious signs of wear. It is reinforced with fibres inside, but I'm not sure how long that will last. And whilst looking over the rest of the chair, I've just found some more wear and tear. This is new to me, and you can see this is where the polyester has actually frayed and come away from the stitching. This is where the rubber grommets are actually stitched into to support the pole. So again, I'm not sure how long that is going to last. And next up, guys, we have the One Tigris Promenade folding camp chair. Now, you guys may be aware that I am a big fan of One Tigris gear, and at present I do own a couple of their tents and their bed, and this is a new acquisition to my kit, very kindly sent over by a good friend and viewer to the channel. So straight off the bat, guys, I can tell you that the construction of the case alone is leaps and bounds ahead of the Triology. Straight away we have a nice YKK zipper there, a nice non-snagging zipper, and we have a nice sewn toggle on there for easy opening even when you're wearing gloves. The stitching throughout looks very uniform and neat, and the pattern on the case is obviously indicative of what is inside the bag, but again, that is more appeasing to the eye and definitely suits this sort of environment a lot better than the orange and black. And there we have it, guys, the One Tigris Promenade chair set up in probably less than a minute. And as you can see, the woodland camo pattern on that chair definitely blends in a lot nicer in this environment than the orange and black of the Triology. In fact, it blends in that well, I can't see it myself. Oh, sorry guys, my mistake. Just check it out. This is a new area today, guys, so I'll definitely be coming back here for a camp next to this lovely little stream when things start to dry out later spring or maybe the summer. Oh. And I've said it before and I'll definitely say it again, this chair feels a lot more comfortable than the Triology. 100%. Let's take a closer look, shall we? So I'll give you a couple of specs on the One Tigris Promenade chair now, but I can tell you the dimensions are pretty similar to the Triology, barring the back, which comes in at a slightly higher 25.6 inch from the ground. The construction of the seat fabric is the same 600D polyester. We don't have the sewn in mesh fabric on this one, it is just an open weave which should aid in ventilation. Stitching around is reinforced and looks absolutely fantastic, a lot better than the Triology. As you can see, we do have the carry case mounted to the front, and again this can be used to store all your equipment, gear, tools, knives and stuff like that. The chair frame is constructed from 7075 aluminium, and this one features a double strut frame which runs through the centre of the chair as opposed to the single on the Triology, and that increases the weight bearing of this chair to 150 kilo or 330 pounds. But the most surprising thing about this chair is it currently retails at £37.99 on Amazon, making it a cheaper option than the Triology. So a couple of key differences I've noticed myself between the two chairs, guys. First of all, the pockets on the Triology are kind of sewn into the rib of the fabric on the seat, and they hang off the side of the chair. Pockets are present on the One Tigris Promenade, and I did miss these the first time I checked the chair out, and that's because these pockets are sewn into the underside of the chair, and they're more of a slip pocket than a dangler like the Triology. On the backs of the chairs, where the seat fabric stretches over the rear poles, on the Triology we seem to have a rubber grommet reinforced with some sort of fibre fabric underneath, and on the One Tigris Promenade we have the same 600D polyester nylon on the back, and that has been reinforced with double stitching as well. So I think this is going to fare much better in the future than the Triology. So let me give you a couple of reasons as to why it may be beneficial for you to add one of these chairs to your kit. First of all, it gives you the 100% certainty that you will have somewhere to sit when you reach your destination. Second of all, it alleviates back pain and gives you a nice comfortable posture to sit in. Thirdly, it gives you an elevated platform in case you get to camp and you find the ground's all wet and you want to store your gear somewhere until you got camp established. So the fourth reason you may want to consider buying one of these chairs for yourselves, and this again falls into the portability of the chair and having somewhere to sit when you get to your destination. And that is, if you do rely on Mother Nature's seating, maybe a down tree or a fixed log, stump in the floor or something like that, and for namesake you've only been able to set your tarp up over here and your fixed position to sit down's over here and it's tipping down, well then you've kind of been regulated back to your tarp sitting on probably a wet ground. So having the chair just adds a lot of versatility and options to your camps. Now for most people, sitting on the ground and crossing your legs is not a problem. For me, I have not been able to sit down and cross my legs since 1862. my knees just do not articulate in that position anymore. So the chair for me is an absolute game changer. My choice between the two before we wrap this video up, I was well impressed with the Triology when I first got that. As you can imagine, it was brand new, it's lightweight, and it was new to me, and I love using it. Since owning the One Tigris and seeing the comparisons in construction quality, this is leaps and bounds. It's cheaper, might be a little bit heavier, but if you're a heavier person you might want to opt for this option anyway. But yeah, definitely the One Tigris for me, definitely. And that, guys, pretty much wraps today's video up. So if you did enjoy today's content, please leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss more content like this. I'd love to know your thoughts on these two chairs, so do leave your comments down in the comment section and I will get back to you. Just on a leaving note, if for some reason you do fancy the Triology over the One Tigris, there are much cheaper options on the market, probably the same construction. I think mine was constructed actually on a Saturday afternoon when everyone was rushing to get home, because now I've had something to compare it to. The quality control on that is a bit shoddy really, to be honest. So yeah, do look about and look for the cheaper option. Right guys, I'm about to get myself a nice hot brew on and get myself home to edit this video. So until the next one, you stay safe and as always, stay crafty. See you again guys, bye bye.